Hello there, I'm Jay, and for my first Booktube tag, I am going to do the Big Book Tag. And for that one, you're going to list the 5 biggest books you've read and 2 of the biggest books on your shelf that you haven't read yet. So, getting started, the first big book that I've read, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I had never read a book this long before, pegging in at 870 pages. Actually, I did not think I would be able to finish it because it was so long, but it's Harry Potter. Of course I finished it. And this is also the biggest book that I've reread. I think I've read this one 2, maybe 3 times. This one's actually my least favorite in the series, so it's the one I've read the least amount of times. I've only reread it before the movie came out and before Half-Blood Prince came out. Next up is The Host at a whopping 619 pages. I think there might be other books in the Harry Potter series and Twilight series that might be longer than this, but I wanted to stick to books in different series. So, The Host, which it was really good, but a little too wordy in my opinion. I get that she's an alien, but you don't have to go into the specific shade of blue that the sky is. But still, if Stephanie Meyer decides to continue that series, and I heard it's supposed to be a trilogy, I'll totally buy the next book. Next up, we have Divergent. I don't know. There we go, Divergent. Everyone was talking about this book, so I bought it for my Kindle. And I didn't realize how long it was until I saw kids reading it, and it was just so huge looking. So I looked on Amazon, and it has over 500 pages. And it's awesome when I see children like around 10 years old reading Divergent. I give them a thumbs up, and I'm like, keep reading, dude, because I was not reading 500-page books when I was 10. The books I was reading at that age were like 80 pages, 12-point font with a picture on every other page. I think it's awesome when I see little kids reading big books. Keep reading because reading is cool. Next up on the docket, This Is Our Town by Marissa Gittinger at 546 pages. And this is the first to the Tainted Perfection. It's on the back there. Book 1 of the Tainted Perfection series. And next up is Breaking Dawn. I don't have that book anymore because I gave it away to my friend who was having a garage sale to fund her missions trip to El Salvador. So I gave her a bunch of my duplicate books, and I was surprised at how many duplicates I had. I had Duma Key by Stephen King in hardcover and paperback, and a whole bunch of books. And then I also gave her the Twilight series because I was never going to read that crap again. That, I believe, is 5 books, but there's one that deserves an honorable mention. The Blood Confession at 389 pages. I was surprised when I saw that this is under 400 pages because it just seems so long. There's so much going on. It takes place over the course of like 20 years. And it did take me a long time to read, like maybe 2 months. It's like historical fiction, sort of. It's about the life of Elizabeth Bathory, I think. That infamous countess who drank and bathed in the blood of her virgin servants. This is more like a somewhat fictional take on it. That one was really good. I highly recommend if you're into the vampire scene. Now for the 2 big books I have not read. 11/22/63 by Stephen King at 849 pages. My aunt had this. She has a huge library. She just has a whole room in her house that's dedicated to being her library, and she also has bookshelves in every room in her house. And she gave me this. She bought it, read it, didn't like it, said, she was never going to read it again. She didn't want it taking up space, so she gave it to me because she knows I'm a Stephen King fan. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to this, but I do want to read it one day. It's just so huge. And it's also political fiction. I'm not much into political fiction, which is why I still haven't read The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. And transitioning to The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling at 503 pages. And for this cover design, can we say Hogwarts, crimson and gold, main characters, oh, not main character, but Barry, 10 points to Gryffindor for book design. An honorable mention, because I started reading it but didn't finish, is The Complete Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. 841 pages. This is not a book, in my opinion, that you have to read all at once because it's short stories and poems. I do want to read this whole book someday. I'm working on it little by little, reading a sonnet here, a short story there. But I keep going back to my favorites. The Raven and A Telltale Heart. I don't know how many times I've read The Raven last year. It's just my favorite poem. Oh, gosh. And this book is also my official bug killer. I see a bug, I just drop the book right on it. It's dead. Then I take the book and clean it off. I'm new to Booktube, so let me know if there are any cool book tags you want me to do, or just any tags in general. Recommend a vlog for me to do, and I'll try to do it.